Hello once again, my dear viewers, to Infamous Animation, where garbage comes to life. What's the one kind of story that animation studios always seem to put out at least once in their lifetime? If you can't answer in 3 guesses, please, seek help. For the rest of us, we all know it's princess stories. Yes, it seems Disney tossed a hell of a snowball when they released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Even studios that veer away from that subject matter will turn to them at least once, oftentimes when straits are dire or when they just want a quick buck. And today, we're looking at a particular princess story, The Princess and the Goblin from the George MacDonald book, the first animated feature produced in Wales. Other fine Welsh products include Anthony Hopkins, Christian Bale, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. But I digress. Like us Americans, the English placed a lot of their budget in hiring star talent, with names like Joss Ackland, Claire Bloom, and Peggy Mount coming up in the credits. But sadly, like a lot of other movies that I plan to show here, their names are sadly wasted. Let's take a look why. So we start with the king narrating that he's going away for a bit, and is leaving his daughter to the care of her nanny.
And besides, Ireenie had always been safe. Safe in the hands of her devoted nanny.
Oh, now her father said, watch over her. Oh, it's getting late. I must find...
Oh, good. I think she's asleep.
Great, 2 morons right off the bat. So the princess, named Ireenie, goes off into the woods to play with her cat.
It won't hurt you, silly.
Klaatu, Marada.
I said the word. I did.
And instead of running back to her nanny to escape the forest critters, Ireenie runs deeper into the forest, where they eventually corner her into a tree. And then...
There's a power in every breath. There's a power in every note. A power that starts within the heart. A power that rises through the throat.
It's the music number Quest for Camelot was too embarrassed to use. So when the animals cover their ears and hide in fear of... hell, you know the reason. The boy finds the weeping princess, who was apparently too deaf to hear someone singing right next to her.
I was a bit frightened, that's all.
Frightened? You don't have to be frightened now. There's one thing they can't stand. It's a song. They hate music.
I don't think it was just the music, kid. So he takes her back to the castle as he explains that there are many goblins beneath the local mines.
Let me give you a kiss to thank you.
A kiss?
Hey, life expectancy was shortened those days. You had to put out early.
Wait! You didn't tell me your name.
Curdy! It's Curdy!
Curdy.
Curdy? Curdy? What the hell kind of name is Curdy? That sounds like a porridge or something. The next morning, while the nanny is being... painfully incompetent, Ireenie's cat finds a secret passage behind a curtain. Thinking that she'll find Princess Peach's secret slide, she goes right on in.
Come in, Ireenie.
Who's that?
Apparently this is Ireenie's great-grandmother, and, wait, how is she here?
Well,
You're not just a dream, are you, grandmother? A ghost?
I'm not exactly a ghost, but I'm not real either.
You mean you're sort of magic?
Yes, in a way I am.
Ah, magic, the great cop-out of fantasy logic. Her great-grandmother says she's there to help, but then just disappears. Yeah, of course she is.
But I did promise the king I'd look after her. Oh, and the princess doesn't mean any harm. She's only a child. Poor girl. What with her mother dead. Oh.
Thank you, Mrs. Exposition. We are then showed Curdy, God, I can't get over that name, telling his father about the night before.
That was a brave thing you did, son. But look out for those goblins. They're evil. If they want something, nothing will stop them. Not even your singing.
Those goblins must be terrifying if even his singing can't stop them. But Curdy stumbles right into Nilbog as he falls into a cart being driven by goblins, who must also be deaf if they can't hear a boy screaming as he's falling, and blind if they can't see what they're picking up. And look at this creature's face. I feel like I should be censoring it. Curdy overhears the goblins' plans to flood the human minds, but Froglip, the goblin prince, wants to kidnap humans and force them to work under him.
We should move above ground, take them all prisoner, and bring them underground with us. I want to have them eating the dirt from under my fingernails! The death breath! She killed me with the death breath! Begone, evil one!
The early 90s were not nice to Rick Mail. Curdy escapes using parkour that the Prince of Persia would be jealous of, while the king returns home and is all too eager to believe that goblins exist, and posts extra guards at night. They, of course, do nothing, as a goblin cat tries to kill Ireenie, I guess, it's not really explained. And after a really bad fight scene, Ireenie escapes to the attic where her great-grandmother's magic self is ready to give her a gift, in the form of a ring connected to a magic thread that can always guide her to safety. Curdy tries the same trick with actual string while he scouts out the goblins to hear more of their plan, and, predictable as a sunrise, he runs out of string, and then gets swept up into a current to the goblin village. He overhears that their plan is extended to including drowning the miners in the flood and have Froglip marry Ireenie in order to rule the human throne. Befuddled by the stupidity of this plan, Curdy slips and gets himself noticed.
Let me have him! Oh, please, let me have him! I could do such nasty things to him!
Not nice to him at all. It's here that Curdy finds that Goblin's skin is rock hard everywhere except their feet, which all look like the crawling spleen from Angry Beavers. However, the Queen is wearing rock shoes and smacks him into a cove. Well, wait a minute. If their feet are their weak spots, why don't they all wear rock shoes? Is it a woman thing? It's kind of sexist. Curdy tries to sing his way out, but the sudden backup of drums and horns is no match for the power of a boulder made of pure cardboard. Ireenie's magic thread leads her underground, and then this happens. I feel like I should be saying my life is complete, but I think you have to be happy to say that. Her thread leads her to Curdy, who just wants to get out, but Ireenie just keeps following her thread through molten magma and crumbling rocks? Keeps her out of danger. They find the Queen and manage to take off one of her shoes. Oh, 6 toes, okay, that's why. Before getting chased out. And then... There goes that feeling again. The thread leads them back to the castle, where Curdy trips over some guards before he can warn them about the goblins. But again, the king is all too willing to believe it from his daughter and doubles the incompetence of the guard. Lucky gal, ain't she? But of course the goblins find another route by digging their way in, as Curdy tries to fend them off.
Get back! Get back!
Missing some sound effects, boys? Curdy inadvertently leads Froglip to Ireenie while he assists the guards while fighting the goblins.
Stand on your feet!
Stand on the ground, jump, 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 move it all around. Jab, jab, stand on the ground, jump, 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 move it all around, jumping all around.
He takes a sudden level in badass while he fights the queen, who forgot to put her shoe back on. When suddenly...
At them! Forward! Push her back!
Oh, shut up! It was bad enough having one person sing that song. We don't need the cast of Spamalot to join in! But the call is given to flood the mine. However, the miners had prepared a wall that would protect them by rerouting the water out the castle.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Curdy saves Ireenie from going over the waterfall and uses high jump kick to super effectiveness on Froglip. And so everyone is happy, the goblins are gone, the castle is flooded, hundreds are probably dead, their water supply is probably diminished, and a single miner boy is more competent than the entire castle guard. And to top it all off, they sing that oh-so-lovely song just one last time.
I never saw Ireenie's great-great-grandmother, but I knew she was there, watching over all of us.
This was shit! This movie has a runtime of only 80 minutes, but due to its awful pacing, it feels more like 2 hours. The animation is at best decent, and at worst atrocious, which is most of the time. I suppose the backgrounds do a good job in establishing atmosphere, but the presentation is so amateur that it hurts, with poorly animated lip sync and missing sound effects, and only one competent character throughout the movie. This movie feels like no one edited the screenplay, and believe me, I only showed you a fraction of the stupid in this entire thing. Anthony Hopkins, Christian Bale, and Catherine Zeta-Jones aren't enough to make up for this monstrosity, Wales. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now go to your room and think about what you've done. I'm Shogun Gino, and this was Infamous Animation.